That's the scary part. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Action Takers podcast.
It's about power. We stay hungry, we devour. Put in the work, put in the hours, and take what's ours.
I'm JC, joined by my co-host Nate. What's going on, buddy?
Oh, you know what? It's a beautiful day here in California. I think it was like 75 degrees, nice and sunny. That was the big highlight is just fucking beautiful weather. It's fucking March.
You know what? I'm disgusted with you and your weather. Okay, last week I was in shorts. I was in a polo. I was playing golf. I felt amazing. It was like I was gonna get a sunburn. It was absolutely beautiful. We are expecting snow come this weekend, and I'm not too pleased about it.
Well, I guess it is technically March still, so I guess I can't get too excited about the weather. There's supposed to be some rain next week. I think one day we'll get a little rain here.
Dude, it's California is one of those things, like it only rains like 3 days a year, and when it happens, it's pretty magical, and then you guys all bitch about it. But Nate, we've ventured into this podcast. It's week 3. I mean, I'm excited for us. We're staying consistent. I'm excited about continuing this. We've gotten some views on the old YouTube show. I'm pretty excited about.
We're getting, they're climbing. I don't know. I don't think we're in double digits yet, but they are climbing, and it's I'm excited about that too. It is, and that's part of what we're doing and what we want to talk about is we are staying consistent. We're doing it. We said, hey, we're going to do it this time, this day, every week, and we just got to keep doing it. Accountability.
It's dude, I heard this quote earlier this week, and this friend of a friend was like, explaining like, hey, I've been grinding away on this podcast, and his buddy goes, oh, are you famous yet? And the guy looks at him and goes, motherfucker, have you shared my shit? So just a friendly reminder, like if you're listening to this, consider subscribing, hitting the bell notification, and just telling a friend, paying the fees. I mean, we have no ads, which I don't know who would actually run an ad on our podcast to, because we have like 8 viewers, but just consider sharing. If you enjoy what we're talking about, or you just enjoy supporting some people who are taking action in their life, give us a little follow, give us a little share.
Exactly. A little follow, a little share, a little like. We'll be coming to a podcast platform soon. Right now it's just YouTube, but
very soon.
Yes, very soon. So then you can listen to us in the car, while you're driving. I guess you can still listen to YouTube, but it's not the same, being able just to go to the podcast and have it go through your car is a little bit better than having the video running.
You can like shut it down. You just got to pay for YouTube, which I haven't done yet.
Oh no,
I'm not willing to fork out their $9.99 a month. I'd still rather click through ads every 5 seconds, which drives me crazy. But yes, we will be on a podcast platform. I think Apple requires like 4 or 5 episodes to like be recorded, generated, and then you can upload them to essentially like help boost your algorithm to get to the top of the old leaderboard. Which I don't even know what category are we in. That's the real question.
I'm hoping it's probably going to be something business, but who knows? I mean, we kind of go with all these random topics sometimes. We go down the rabbit hole or holes, So who knows? Who knows what we'll be in? But ideally, business, is self-development, stuff.
Just I just at some point in time in my podcasting career, YouTube world, I want someone to pay me to show up to talk. You know what I mean? Like that's all I've ever wanted in life. I just want someone to just like, JC, we're gonna pay you $30,000. Okay, just come to this Q&R. Or like you, Gary V, and Bradley are all gonna be standing there on stage. It's just I don't know. That's a dream of mine.
Hey, it's a good dream. It's a good we got to start somewhere though, right? I mean, we can't get to episode 100, until we get to episode 5. So we're doing number 3, and we're coming there. So we'll see where we are by the end of the year. How many we get in,
dude? I think we'll be in the hundreds at some point in time. Like we're gonna be. I'm assuming we're gonna get some traction, and we're gonna start recording. I'm assuming the advertisers are gonna be like, listen, guys, you got to record more than one a week. All right, we need it. We need this content out there.
Exactly. We'll step it up to 2, and then 3. Who knows? Eventually, that's what we'll just be doing, right? It's the riches of podcasting.
Exactly. So the Joe Rogans of the world. What? So Nate, I mean, shit. It's the world is like just what seems like is falling apart on the just the television, the tube, the YouTube, the gram, the Twitter. I mean, it just seems like everything has shifted. It 3-4 weeks ago, all we consistently heard about are numbers of just deaths, of just this common narrative of like COVID people. It's still rampant. The Micron, Unicron, the fucking unicorn version is just killing, wiping out people, wiping out fat people, which just cracks me up. But now we've got this Ukraine-Russia thing going on, and it seems like COVID has fucking finally disappeared. All we needed was the start of a war to get it over with.
Yeah, it's look at this and now look at this shiny new thing almost, right? And that's all you hear about. Yeah, COVID went away. There are still people out there that are going about their business that they have been in the last 2 years, and lots of masks and lots of stuff out there. But I'm pleased that the majority of the people are back to living life like normal. And yeah, and everything that everyone talks about is these damn gas prices is the biggest thing,
Yes, gas prices are a concern. I get it. I mean, it went from, so I moved to Georgia and fucking gas was like $2 a gallon, and California was like $4, and I was like, oh well, screw California. And then last week gas was at $3, and gas in California was at $5, and now this week gas is at like $4.30 here in Georgia, and I'm like, what the hell are we doing? But what I'm more concerned about is, are bulletproof vests going up in value? Like what? I mean, let's get down to the brass tacks. I mean, if you're gonna arm yourself, I mean, I think I might need to invest in a vest or two.
That, and the other thing is ammo going up. I don't know. I haven't even looked I haven't bought ammo in forever. It's stocked up so much, so long ago. I don't even know. Are ammo prices going up right now?
I would assume so. I mean, it has to be. I mean, what is Robert Kiyosaki's favorite thing to say? He goes, I invest in gold, Bitcoin, and bullets in real estate. And you're like, dude, you're just I love it. It's just your old cranky, just crazy person. But I mean, yeah. So let's hit on a couple of those topics. I mean, it seems like everyone's talking about it. We're not going to get too deep into the weeds in the sense of what's the boots on the ground, but yeah, I mean, gas prices are up. Wheat prices are up. I mean, is this something that is this a scare tactic? Is it something that the administration already fucked up? Like, what is your take on it?
I mean, it's the biggest thing is just I think of trying to get over the whole COVID thing. They're talking about the midterms, elections, all the stuff that's going on is because of that. But as it was, the gas was going up before. Things haven't been the greatest the last year and a half with the economy. And the thing that really irritates me is the jobs, right? The jobs are coming back. These jobs this is the best economy. They're trying to take not control of it, take credit for these new jobs that are created. It's like, hey, these aren't new jobs. These are just people going back to work because we've been closed down for the last 2 years. You can't, like, the stuff they say, and I don't know if people buy this or not. So some people must, because they say this stuff, and I'm like, you hear these congressmen and senators and the stuff they say, I just shake my head and like, do people buy this? I think some people do, but it's just like I hate using the word clown world because that's what everyone uses, but sometimes it's just very circus like. I'm like, do people actually believe the stuff they're saying?
Dude, it's like going to the strip club, okay? And I've used this analogy before. It's like going to the strip club and be like, she likes me, and it's like, no, she doesn't. She likes your money, okay? She likes when you go to the ATM and throws dollar bills at her, okay? That's what you're at. You're at the show, all right? The news, the media in general, anyone that is producing content in regards to what is going on in the world, they're chasing headlines, which headlines revolve into dollars, and dollars evolve into getting more wealth. These companies are not in the business of reporting things that aren't going to draw clicks. They're not going to draw views. I mean, CNN's favorite time of the year is war season, okay? war season and when a Republican is voted in anywhere. Okay. It cracks me up to think that like people have all of a sudden changed their outlook on life of, oh, and end the pandemic with vaccines, to now, say wear a mask, save a life, to now I stand with Ukraine. And you got to question those people who just are being led. Okay, they're the fucking sheep of the world. They're just like, oh yeah, okay, what, gas prices are going up because of Russia? Oh, we hate them. Oh,
Yeah.
there's more jobs available. Oh, what? No, that had nothing to do with the Democratic Party literally turning off the nipple. Okay, they've put the baby calf out to pasture. It's crying and whining, and now it's to go back to get a job. And it cracks me up that people are just, again, like I said, they're fucking sheep.
Yeah, I mean, whatever's on the news, that's what we're going with. Yeah, it is. There's no people thinking for themselves, questioning things. And there it's a mixture. It's a mixture of no one questions things, a mixture of people just not paying attention and just let me just be consumed with social media and everything that's going on, and not really, yeah, live your life. You don't need to be super concerned with something that's going on the other side of the world, but at the same time, you got to just have some, it's you got to find that balance, right? A balance that you can go about life, but not not just be on TikTok all day and worrying about that.
Well, if you are on TikTok, please give us a follow. But what I'm saying is, like, the one thing that I've noticed, and it's kind of nerve wracking, is that we continue, like, every single, like, one of these times these things pop up. It just seems like we, for whatever reason, get divided, and the hate is just so, it's on both sides. Like, if you're a Republican and you watch, Tucker Carlson, you're like, oh, you're for Russia, you're for Putin, you're for dictatorship, you're for high gas prices and high wheat costs. But then if you claim like, oh, I stand with Ukraine, like, no, we need to start World War III. We need to start arming them with guns. When at the same time, a year ago, you're trying to pass laws to essentially eliminate us gun owners to possess certain firearms.
Yeah, I mean, it's just there is no, and with that, it's a small fraction too of people that are the loudest, right? Like that on these sides, there is the majority of the people do not hate each other. It's just not. You go out to the store, you go out wherever you're going. No one hates each other. No one's, you're living life. There's people are interacting every day with tons of different views. I think that's one of the biggest misconceptions too, is that with social media and so much stuff that is being forced out there, you would think that, my gosh, every time you go out, it's people are throwing rocks at your car, you're getting vandalized. Like, there is vandalism from, obviously, we don't enforce any laws anymore, but that's another topic we can get into. But
in California, you don't.
Well, yeah, in California. But that's the thing, that I think the hatred isn't really there. People don't hate each other, not as much as they make it seem. And with that, if people can learn to accept that and not get on social media and be keyboard warriors and saying all this stuff, that could help a lot of people, especially in the mental health aspect of it.
Oh my gosh, I agree with you, dude. The mental side of things, like, what cracks me up the most is, like, if you're not, like, the most common things that people are posting is just like fake shit, and it's just like, it's the run of the mill, it's what everyone else is posting. And at some point in time, like, some of the best views and the most comments I've ever gotten on some of my posts are literally the ones that are most, like, relatable. And I think we need to go back to that. Like, you got to start posting more real shit. You know what I mean? Because it's not as bad as, like, the world is not that bad. I mean, it's pretty bad right now, I guess. I mean, if you're watching CNN, but it just cracks me up that, like, the real, like, content that is not filtered is just, it's not. I feel like it's gonna get more popular.
Yeah, I mean, that's what people want to see, right? I mean, the biggest thing is stuff they can relate to, your everyday life or your everyday stuff, and yeah, just relatable things. I mean, yeah, post your wins or post these things, but it is, you follow, if you follow enough similar accounts, I mean, if you scroll for 2 seconds, it's the same thing said by 10 different people. And it's just like, oh my gosh, I don't want to keep hearing this, keep seeing, seeing the damn same thing posted about whatever's going on. It just gets tiring.
I'm with you, man. It's so like what are the next steps? What is the next step? I mean, the world just seems like it just it is what it is, and it doesn't seem like it's going to get any better, and it doesn't seem like a lot of these topics that are coming about. I mean, what are the things that you're doing? Like, are you doing anything crazy to like prepare or just change the way you're living your life?
Not to prepare, but I mean, it just freaking hate to say it, but not hate to say it, but you just gotta fucking work more. You gotta earn more money. Yeah, gas is going up or food's going up or whatever it is, it's going up. You can either complain about it and keep living your life and go work your 40 hours, or you can, hey, let me figure out how I can make more money to afford this stuff right now. Personal accountability and just taking ownership of what's going on in your life and control your life and do better. I mean, I don't want to say prepare, but it's just like, what can I do to not complain, survive.
It's so what like my suggestion is because like not even my suggestion, just my observation, like because you and I lived through the last recession. I mean, we've lived through a couple of them. Like we remember like kind of the gas crisis that happened in the late 80s and kind of the rollout of the early 90s, the Cold War. And then I remember like the dot-com boom that just kind of busted and like crashed a bunch of people's retirement accounts. And then we lived through like 2008, 2009, 2010, and it was just a fucking struggle. When you look back on it, you're like, oh, that was a struggle. And then when you at the moment, at least in my eyes, in some of those years when things were expensive, things were more difficult to come by, things were harder to accomplish. At least for me, I excelled through those times because it took away the competition who were weak. It took away the guys and gals who are not willing to put in the extra effort or put in the extra work to get some shit done. Like if like it costs you $150 to fill up your truck, okay, and you want to continue driving a truck, well, you probably got to work a little harder than the guy who bought a freaking hybrid. You know what I mean? And it's those people who like take sometimes the negative way out during tougher times like a recession, because in all honesty, I think what is going on with the world right now, I think they call the bubble, if you want the economy, whatever it is. I mean, we've pumped trillions of dollars in the economy and inflation is just through the roof over the last 50 years. You got to see like what's coming. It's a recession. It's just the way it goes. These things come in waves. These things come in freaking, roller coaster rides. And I think we're going to go through a bad one. But for me, at least, in my capabilities and the things that I've done these last 10 years, I think I personally am more like, fucking let's bring it on. Because I know that I'm fucking hardworking, and willing to do some shit that no one else is willing to do.
Yeah. I mean, if you're as simple as that, if you're willing to do that and put in the work and take it head on, you can, flourish, you can grow, you can be better. I mean, that's what, even with the last 2008, 2009, 2010, houses were super cheap. Those who were ready bought up housing and bought up that real estate, and they, were that much better now. I mean, it's just like anything, right? I mean, hopefully there'll be some good deals on some trucks, and all those kind of cars right now, so if like I said it, but if you're ready, hey, you can buy that stuff up and then in a year or two, maybe, make some money off them. And so, but with that being said, yeah, it all comes back to personal accountability and taking action. And, like I said, you can either sit here and complain about it, or you can do something better about it. Just to kind of not get too much of it, someone posted, that they were looking for a job, right? And just a little story, it needs to be at least $23 an hour. And I said, man, just about any sales job, you can make that. And they're like, oh, I don't want to do that. I need something more consistent or whatever. And I'm just like, man, $23 an hour isn't shit. Like if you're unwilling to risk working at a sales job where you can make six figures easily to settle for 23, like I don't know. It was just one of those things that struck me, like, because this person has like looked for a few jobs in the past couple of years. I've noticed like, oh, they're posting this. It's like, you know, you're probably having these issues and because of that. Like, yeah, sales isn't fun for some people, but if you're willing to do it, I mean, you can be a lot better where you are with your, hey, I'm just looking for $23 an hour, which isn't much right now. Cause shoot, if you got $100 to fill up, $150 to fill up your gas tank, you spend your first 2 days working just to fill up your gas tank.
Yeah, it's so I would, if I don't know who this person is, but I would absolutely tell them, like, if you don't want a sales job, motherfucker, you don't want a job. Like, that's just the way it goes. Everyone's in fucking sales. Like the fucking busboy at Chili's is in fucking sales. Like, he's gotta convince the staff that he's gonna bust his ass, he's gonna make their job easier, and then he's gonna get paid extra at the end of the night. Motherfucker, you're in sales. Like, if you're I don't even know what a 23 an hour job looks like, but if you're gonna, like, unless it's a government job, which I don't recommend. Okay, if you want to go get something consistent, first of all, don't be in law enforcement, because the consistency is literally, it's yes, you're gonna get a paycheck till you die or fucking roll out because of your mental health fucking problems. And I'm speaking from experience here. It's, don't go and look for consistency. Go and look for fucking the opportunity. I mean, oh, I don't want a sales job. That's not, I don't want to work. I want something guaranteed. Motherfucker, you're in sales. Like, you could work at the grocery store and you're in sales. You could, anything is in sales. I can't even come up with a job. I mean, if you're in real estate, if you're in anything that makes any kind of money, like, at some point in time, you're going to have to ask someone, like, do you want to buy my shit? Like, it's just the way it goes. Do you want dessert? Okay. Do you want dessert with your fucking meal? All right. And for all the waiters out there and waitresses, I have one tip for you. Okay. Don't ask me when I want, don't ask if I want dessert after my meal. Okay. Ask me when I'm hungry. Okay. Because when I'm hungry, I just want food. Yes, I want dessert. Motherfucker, I want all of it. Give me the food, the dessert, the entree, the appetizer, all at once, because I'm starving. Anyway, so I just kind of went haywire there.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I think what it is people, and yes, everything is a sales job. So, but what I think that the average person, what they want is they literally want to clock in, clock out, and do, I don't want to say the bare minimum, but they want to do enough and just get by, and that is enough, which is fine, right? If that we're going off a tangent. If that's what you want, okay, cool.
Don't come work at my company. Fuck, I will fire your ass. Good God.
But don't be complaining on social media about about jobs and things and I don't know. It's just, especially even in that, like, why do you even need to ask? Like, why don't you get on the good Google machine and Google jobs, or get on freaking Indeed? I mean, there's so many goddamn jobs out there right now. Like, I don't know. I think sometimes it's just the whole social media thing. Maybe people just want to have attention or get some I don't know. Like, because I
think it's a mindset thing. I think it's these fucking weak millennials, these weak Gen Xers, or I can't remember what's the generation after millennials. Is it X Gen or whatever the hell? Z Gen?
Yeah, or Gen Z. Maybe
Gen Z.
I don't know.
Oh, these motherfuckers. Drives me absolutely crazy. And I'm getting fired up. Because I think it's all perspective. Like, if you go to the curb with just your garbage every single day, you're gonna have garbage. Like, if you're like, oh, you just fucking I just feel bad. Oh, it's poor me. No, fuck that. Like, put a smile on your face and go fucking find something. Go be positive about it. Like, maybe bring some value to someone else's life. And maybe you could go work for someone and just not work very hard. Like, we live in the United States. Like, it's not like there's no fucking hard work anymore, okay? We've pretty much invented all the machinery in the world to do hard work for us, okay? If you have a shovel in your hand, it's because, one, you enjoy that, okay? It's probably because you are a convicted felon, okay? And that's your only option. And you're at least providing a service to society. But I'm just saying, like, I am sick and tired of these people who have this just bullshit, weak mindset that they're just a victim. And I don't want any of those people around me. If you're a victim in my life, I'll move across the country. I'll move away from you. I'm out of there. I got no time for that stuff.
Oh no, no, not at all. I mean, it's just, yeah, to be around that. It can't even. It's annoying. It's definitely annoying, and but the thing is that's why the people will surround themselves with other people that's what they do. So it's fine. But man, when you separate yourself from that, and I think we talked about this last week. I think we've talked on both episodes. It's just like once you start getting away from that, getting that negativity out of your life, and you're doing things, you just don't want to be around it. You don't have time for it. Like anything that's not, at least for me, working towards my goals of bettering myself and wanting to make more money and separate myself, it's just not for it. And it's on that, doing those little things that you have to put in time and do, that you're not going to see the results today, tomorrow, maybe in a month, maybe not even a year. But when you do start seeing those results, it's you'll know, man, it's amazing. It's awesome to, like, which I've witnessed in the past 6 months of like stuff that I was putting in long ago, or and just finally starting to see things, and it's cool. But you got to also at the same time make sure you don't get comfortable with that and keep working harder and putting in even more work, because things that got you there not going to get you that next step.
Dude, I'm with you, man. It's I was listening to Grant Cardone, and I tend to go to these big influencers. I mean, the $1 billion man. I mean, he said something that kind of fucking struck me, and it kind of cracked me up, but it also made me realize, like, I need to start living my life this way. He goes, the goal is not to be loved, but to be known. And I think what he meant was like, I'm going to be annoying. Okay. I'm going to be everywhere. I want people to hate me. I want people to love me. I just want it all. I want the attention. And I think, like, at least for me, like, I think I'm going to make a conscious effort these next couple months to start pissing off more people. Like, I think that's my goal. I think I'm going to just start challenging more people, and just, I think we need to be known. I think that's the goal for the next couple months.
Yeah, and yeah, exactly. I mean, there's and that's what our former president, Donald Trump, said. There's no bad publicity, right? I mean, whether you're hated, whether you're liked, you still got people paying attention to you. So the thing is to do you, right? Be yourself, be genuine, because you know what? When you're trying to please everyone, you're not, it's almost that, like, you're not going to be liked by anyone when you're trying to have everyone like you. So just do you. You'll find your tribe, and then the people that don't like you, they can hate on you. And even though most of us don't really have true haters, we think we do. It's but yeah, there's people that are going to dislike you and not like what you talk about. But I mean, so what?
I think the bigger hater, at least the biggest hater that I have, is the motherfucker, the one in between my ears. Good God, I will talk more. I will talk more shit to myself. It drives me crazy, dude. I was thinking about this. I read. I think I read David Goggins' book. I mean, this crazy Navy SEAL dude's just absolutely mentally wasn't very strong, and then all of a sudden, like, flipped the fucking switch, and the one of the strongest fucking mentally I've ever seen. Physically also. I mean, the guy's just a freak. But the thing that he brought up was, like, you literally got to tell the fucking voice in your head, fuck off. Like, nope, I'm not giving up. I'm not stopping. I'm not fucking grinding. I'm going to continue to go down this road, even if it fucking kills me. And I think that's, like, besides pissing people off, but, like, I think another thing that a lot of people have to get out of their head is literally just themselves, like, and have better, like, self-talk, and just think positive, because it's crazy, dude. I'll give you a fucking example. I'm on my rower, all right? I'm training for this. Again, I almost did it. I'm training for a marathon on a fucking rower, okay? You sit on this little seat, okay? You pretend you're in a boat that you're going backwards in, and you're just fucking heaving. Well, the problem with doing a marathon on a rower is, like, it takes like 4 hours. And you got to sit there. Your ass is numb. Like, it's just mentally, like, it's the most repetitive thing in the world, but it's like one of the best repetitions I've had lately is, like, yeah, you're sweating. It's painful. Your fucking ass is sore. Your legs are numb. Like, your toes are kind of squishy. You got to pee. It's just the pain. And I think if more people fucking took on that and, like, took like the physical challenge and really, like, exercise their brain of talking talking shit back to the fucking mental midget in your, I probably shouldn't say that, your mental midget in your head, and tell it to fuck off. Because I think sometimes like that's your biggest fucking enemy.
Yeah, yeah, and well, what Andy Frisella calls it is your bitch voice. You have your bitch voice in there. That's you're when you don't want to go to the gym, your bitch voice is telling you, oh, you don't have to go to the gym or whatever else. But yeah, exactly, controlling your bitch voice, telling it no, and you're gonna, there's been times fucking 11:30 at night, I didn't go to the gym, and I was like, fuck, you know what? I at least need to go walk on the treadmill for the 30 minutes or for some, and you get up and do it. And whatever it is that you're supposed to be doing and you're not doing, no matter how tired you are, no, you don't feel like doing it. Yeah, you got to fucking control your bitch voice and do what it is you got to do. And a lot of people, and it's hard. I mean, I don't it's hard. I have it every day. I don't, depending on what it is. I just I want to fucking go read. I haven't read, or I need to. The biggest thing is usually the gym. Like I still haven't gone to the gym yet, so I'm gonna make sure I got to at least go in there and get my cardio in because it's gonna be late, and I'm gonna be telling myself, it's all right, I can skip a day. But yeah, overcoming however you want to call it, telling the voice in your head to fuck off, the bitch voice, whatever it is. But yeah, really controlling it and taking care of it and owning it.
Dude, so what do you think about, so I'm doing that. I'm doing the 70, Andy Frisella's the 75 hard challenge. And I've done it a couple times. I failed the first time. It was like day 60 and I'm laying in bed and I just had a mental fucking lapse. I forgot to take the selfie, which is like the shittiest part. It's the easiest fucking task. But what do you think about these challenges that some of these influencers put out there? I mean, is it a framework? Is it something that you've done? Is it something that, I don't know, fucking has helped? Because for me at least, it's like organized my bitch voice. Like it's just, you take on a challenge, you fucking say, I'm gonna do this, you put it out there in the world, and then all of a sudden that bitch voice comes out and you're like, you gotta go, you gotta get the fuck out of here. Like I got shit to do. What do you think about those things?
Yeah, I think that depending on what it is, 75 hard is good. I haven't executed on it yet. I started it for one day, and then after that one day, I figured out what I didn't do. And then yeah, but I haven't. That's on my list. I need to do it. You want to talk about bitch voice? I've been bitching out on doing it, and I just got to do it. Why haven't I follow a lot of the things? Obviously, I read pretty much every day, drinking a gallon of water every day, work out every day. My diet is not the best that I follow. I try and meal prep, but I think they're helpful. And even with that, and it doesn't even have to be a full challenge. So another thing that he talks about and that I've been doing and really trying to do is, which it has to do with business and just presentation and walking into places, but garbage, right? Like seeing something on the floor and everyone usually just walks past it. That's not my garbage. I didn't do it there. But what he says, take ownership of it. Fucking I live in an apartment complex. One of the garbage went to take out my trash, and there was a bunch of bags and overflowing. That was all over the ground. On one day, went there the next day. It was still out there, and I was like, "Fuck it, you know what? I'm gonna clean up." And I started cleaning up, and then within like a couple minutes, it was pretty much all done. But then the maintenance came over, and I was like, "Oh, thanks for helping," and you finished up. But the biggest thing, and I've been trying to, and it sounds so ridiculous, but I know that picking up this random piece of trash on the ground, leaving the wherever I am a better place is helping me, with mental things, those little things, as silly as that sounds, I feel like that's building my discipline for other things that I'm going to do. Because the time, I literally have walked past like a piece of trash, the other day I walked past a soda can. And then I was like, fuck, no, I got to go. I grabbed it and went threw it away, and I almost didn't do it. But that is in turn helps me with the days I don't feel like going to the gym and or whatever else I don't feel like doing. I think doing that, it just helps build your discipline.
Dude, I agree with you, but I'm going to disagree with you all at the same time. I agree with you. I think the trash thing, dude, it makes your community better. Like, fuck, you immediately improve it. The only time I'll disagree with you is if you're wearing white golf pants, okay? If you're out on the golf course and you're wearing white golf pants and you're on hole number 1 and your buddy's golf ball goes in the bushes and you see like a fucking old bottle of booze, and you're like, I'll grab that, throw it away in the trash can. That thing's filled with a bunch of nasty shit that will literally throw up all over you and ruin your fucking day. Other than that, I completely agree with you. I once had this old muddy stained bottle. It just, oh my god, it just destroyed a pair of pants. Which I can't believe I just admitted I wear white golf pants. But dude, I agree with you. I think it's one of those things that dude, just fucking, it just makes everything better, and it like immediately holds yourself accountable. Plus, it doesn't take very long. Plus, it shows that you're just a fucking better person. It's like people who don't return their goddamn shopping carts. Like if you don't, there's a judgment in my eyes. Like if you don't return your shopping cart to the little bin that's freaking 30 feet away, you are a dirtbag. Like I won't ever work with you. I won't fucking hire you. I will not be a part of your life because you are a just, in my eyes, you're just a piece of shit.
I have literally seen someone push the cart farther to get it to the little island thing than the cart return area was. Like this truck was parked in the middle. I think it was 2 spaces over for the cart return thing. The island was 3 spaces. He literally walked farther to not put it in the cart. Like how ridiculous is that? Like you're already pushing it a decent amount. Like it is right. It leaves the fucking parking lot messy. I can't park in these. The spots that are open usually have carts in them, so I got to get out of the car and move it. Yeah, and like that's the biggest thing, right? If you want to make yourself a better person, get that's not my job out of your head. You know, like even the shop, like yeah, there's employees that go out and collect the carts, but you know what? Sometimes it's busy and there's not enough people working right now to do it. So fucking put a cart in or take a cart that's out in the parking lot in to use for your shopping. Don't grab one that's already in the corral or up by the door. You know, I mean, it's just they're all little things that help build discipline and help make you a better person. And I know for a fact that those, as silly as they sound, they will make you a better person and improve your life and take you to the next level up. That it's a big term that a lot of people use, but you really want to level up, you got to do the little things that seem insignificant, the monotonous, if you want to be a freaking better person, better whatever it is that you're doing in life.
It's dude, I'm with you. It's like these challenges, like it's incredible. Like Andy Frisell, I mean, he's got a great platform and stuff, and he's got a big audience, and that dude has made, I'm assuming, millions and millions of dollars off that freaking 75 hard app. I mean, I can't even imagine like how many people downloaded it, started it for 2 days, spent the $3, and then just freaking bounced. What I mean, if you were gonna put something together, like, is there something in the future that like maybe this show can do, but like I think it'd be cool to be able to put up our own challenge and certain things that like we can like create a list of and like start. I don't like, I kind of like the idea of like setting up a fucking challenge. You know what I mean? Cause like for me, at least, like it holds me accountable, but also like it just is a cool thing that like I can mentally check off every single day.
Yeah, I mean, definitely, and I don't, there are so many others. So I think we'd have to make it unique because it can be like, I mean, even that, I mean, just different things, right? That will force you to be better. I mean, yeah, we can say work out for however long, eat this, drink that. But I think, yeah, I'm down for a challenge, but a challenge of different things that we don't do, right? Like, hey, schedule out your day. Every day you got to schedule out your day. We were just talking about this before we got on here, that, getting yourself organized will help you be more efficient, help you do more things. Cause we will find ourselves that we're not enough time in the day. And why is that? Well, fuck, we weren't organized. We scrolled too much on fucking social media. We did what, we shouldn't have spent an hour and a half at the gym. We should only spend an hour at the gym, right? We could have been more efficient. When we're at the gym, what are we doing? Are we actually working out, or are we spending time looking at our phone too much? Which, I'm guilty of that. Sometimes I'll pull out my phone and instead of having 30 seconds in between a set, it ends up being a minute and a half in between a set. And then now my workout's a fucking hour and a half and 7 hours. So yeah, I mean, I think there's tons of good things that we could do to challenge ourselves to, just be better.
Dude, I think in growing this show and like growing like kind of just this action takers like mentality and like doing the small things, because I mean over time these things fucking absolutely compound, and like getting getting small wins every single day, fuck dude, like when you look back on your life, like it's gonna feel like, one, you're gonna be exhausted because you're gonna have accomplished so much shit, but like you're also gonna be like pretty proud of yourself. And I think like moving forward, like dude, I think I need to get up off my ass and freaking. We got to put together a website. We got to get an email list going. We'll produce a planner, maybe one of those like schedule planners, dude. I would love to put one of those out there for people to like purchase and like get after it. What are some fun things? I mean, we're getting all serious. We're getting all amped up. Like, what are the fun things that you think like that would be fucking pretty cool for this show? Like that we could give back to our audience, or maybe they could buy or purchase or partake in.
Yeah, I mean, my gosh, it's fucking getting the right gallon jug, right? People should be drinking water, right jug, little customize a cup. I like the planner idea. That's pretty awesome. Maybe the right shirt, right? With our with some action taker. I mean that basically identifying yourself of what you are, what you're going to be, holding yourself accountable, and taking action. And that's the big thing, not just talking about it, but being about it, which most people aren't.
Well, yeah, I mean, shit. For me, like, I think the planner would be really cool, but also I love fucking hats. Oh my God. I am like, I'm starting this journey of like, I'm going to have to like dress a certain way. I'm probably gonna have to cut the mullet. Dude, I think we need some hats. But I have also like, you look at my closet, I have like 80,000 hats that I could probably wear a hat every single day if I wanted to.
Man, hats and the thing is like I there's not enough days, right? Like sometimes I'll purposely wear a different outfit for the gym. I obviously got my outfit I wear to work, and then sometimes just gotta change again, or I'll never wear all my stuff because you just got so much shit like that. Like wear a hat every single day, and you still probably won't get through them all, right? And it's like,
it's true. Shit. Well, Nate, let's wrap with that, man. It's it's been fun. We're gonna just keep grinding on these things. It's I appreciate you you being a part of this, man.
The same, everyone, if you haven't yet, please, give us a follow, give us a like, give us a share. We want to grow this thing, and we can't do it without any of you out there. So and we'll get our email up too. So if anyone that is listening and has something that question or something that we should talk about, that we can elaborate more, something that we can maybe help you with that we've experienced and gone through, we want to help. That's the biggest thing of this, of like, when you start getting off that, like, what people can do for you, it's more what can you do for other people. How can we help you is always a big question. And I mean that's what I try and live by, is how I can help other people.
I agree, man. So let's wrap this thing up, and we'll talk next week.
It's about drive, it's about power. We stay hungry, we devour. Put in the work, put in the hours, and take what's ours.